So right there, you see how compact that is. It's gonna have a lot of flavor, a lot of texture is gonna be in there. And what we'll do is we're gonna cook down this bacon. We'll add the onions and we'll cook all of that in that bacon grease and that bacon fat. Gonna get a nice char on there. Then we'll add the minced garlic. And we'll make a balsamic type glaze to toss these in. Okay, so right now I'm gonna move over to What's up, Pasta Folk? It's the Flavor King, and welcome back to Cooking with Flavor KL. Today, what we got in store, we're gonna be cooking up some roasted chicken, some Brussels sprouts, and a fresh fruit salad with a honey lime drizzle. Y'all ready? Let's cook. Today, what we're gonna be making is a fruit salad. I had a couple of kiwis, some blackberries, some grapes, a couple of mangoes, pineapple, strawberries, some blueberries. What I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna zest these, add some the lime juice and some honey, and we're gonna make a tremendous fruit salad syrup to go over this. So we're gonna start. What I'll do is kind of first start with our strawberries. What we do is you know, take the tops off, cut them in half, and then we quarter them. So that's what we're looking at when we're looking at the fruit salad. Bam, cut it. Right, but this is the mango. Now inside the mango, it has a seed that runs the vertical way. What we're gonna do is cut off the sides and then cut any meat off the seed, and we'll chop that up also. So when I get to the mango, I'll come and I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. But for the most part, off camera, we're gonna slice these up. I'll come back on and show you the easiest way I found also to cut the pineapple. Like I promised, we're gonna come back. This is the pineapple. I cut off the top and the bottom. This is the easiest way I know to cut the pineapple. Then you cut it down the center, and it has that little core in there. So you can do it. You can core it again, and then take that core out. And then, you know, we'll cut down the center. Then we'll just cut down the pineapple like that. And then we just cut at the base of the skin. And there you go. All right.
Baby, just watching you cut.
Yes. Parallel to the skin, and just slice it off. That's what it is right there. And we'll do the same thing with this one. I'll be back to show you how to do the mango. All right, so here I have my peeler. We're gonna peel the mango. And basically what's all you do, just bring it around, get the skin off. Like I said, it has a seed in the middle. So what we'll do is we'll cut down the sides. You try to run it just along that little seed in there. You can see that seed right there. That's the seed right there. And then we'll cut the rest of this off. And we'll take all that meat off. All right, so look, this, you know, I cut my mango with my my little peeler. You know, back in the days, we used to just grab these things off the tree and, you know, cut them with our teeth. But for the video purpose, I'm gonna give it to you the right way. All right, so just say, you know, you cutting the meat off the mangoes. This is kind of what you wanna do. You wanna give it a couple of slices, a slice down the middle, and then a couple of slices lengthwise, and that's it. That's your little pieces for your fruit salad. All right. For the grapes, I think I showed you guys already, but we're just gonna simply slice those down the center. All right. Slice them down the center. And all of those are gonna go inside your fruit salad. So that's how we preparing our grapes. We're just slicing them in half lengthwise. Again, you want to have like the same amount, the same chew. You don't want to make some of your fruits small and the other ones large, and you want to get great bites of each fruit every time. So I'll probably do about 10 or 12 more of these, and I'll show you guys how to take care of that kiwi. We just add in those blackberries and blueberries at the end and toss it up in our special made lime and honey sauce. Right here we putting our blackberries in there. I'm gonna skimp on the blackberries. My wife likes blackberries, but I don't really care for them, so I'm not gonna put all these in there. 8 is enough. All right, so we got our kiwi. So I'm gonna show you how you break down this kiwi. You know, what I do is just cut the ends off. Cut the ends off, and then you can just use a spoon to scoop out your inside. So what you do is just kind of push it in there, and then just turn it around, all right? And then there go your kiwi, all right? And then you, again, you just slicing it up. You want it in same little bite-sized sizes as the rest of your fruit. Remember, hit the ends. Push it in. Rotate it around. It's out. And that's it. I'll show you when I clean up this mess. I'm gonna show you guys how to, on your blueberries, you can just dump those in. You know, I already washed them. Good, full of antioxidants right there, so it's gonna be good for your skin and all that. So I'll come back, I'll zest 2 of the limes, add the juice, mix the honey up, and we're gonna get that. You roll it on the surface, hard surface, to juice it, get the juice ready for it, and then you zest. Don't zest too far down because you don't want to get the white part in there. All you want is the top of that skin that's gonna bring that real fresh flavor to your fruit salad, okay? That's kind of what you're looking for right there. You're gonna get the zest off the lime. Then we'll take the juice and the honey. We'll mix it up and pour it over our fruit salad. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be so tasty, so light. And you can eat this and have that at any time of the day. All right, so we're gonna get our zest up. We're gonna put that in our cup. All this is gonna go for our mix. Then I'm gonna get the juice of these 2 limes. I don't know why I keep saying lemons. Get the zest from these 2 limes. And it's gonna probably yield you about, depending on the size of your lime, it's gonna probably get you about 4 tablespoons. All right.
Yes, I can't get on off my hands.
Don't worry, we'll just wash them. Okay, so we have the zest of 2 limes, the juice of 2 limes, and then we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of the honey to this mixture. And then we'll mix it up and pour it over our fruit salad. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be fresh, it's gonna be tasty. Real summer-like feel to it.
That look like pickles.
No, that's not pickle juice. This that fruit salad juice.
No, but
Kind of take your time and pour it over there.
It just looks like pickle juice.
No, you're gonna taste it, it's gonna be delicious. And then just toss it up. That's all you do. You got your mangoes in there, your strawberries, blueberries, grapes, Got your kiwi.
It's got the pineapple. It's got the pineapple.
Some pineapples. Did I say blackberries? Got all of that in there. Great, so that's what it is. This what it is. Nice, simple, easy fruit salad. Very tasty. Just right for the summer.
And we had our heads bowed. I'll never forget it. And I looked up, and it's almost as if I heard a voice in my ear. If you could hear an audible voice, I heard, "You will be back here to minister as his wife."
So I called her, and while we're talking, I heard the Lord say, "She's your wife." And that's why I said, I know now.
Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. You ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum.
Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Now I'm gonna be cooking some Brussels sprouts. Those are not my favorite. My daughter Brittany, she loves Brussels sprouts. She stinks up the entire house when she be cooking. But I found out a different way to cook these, so I'm gonna try them because again, I waited till the last minute to get to the store. They didn't have cabbage, so I had to settle for Brussels sprouts. What I've done is chopped up some slices of hickory bacon, have some diced up onions and minced garlic. I'm going to put those into my pan over here on the stove once it gets hot. With these, I'm going to cut off that stem, remove that outer leaf, and then cut them in half. So I'll give you a brief example of what I'm going to do with that. Let me get my knife, if I can find it. What happened to my knife? Oh, here we go. But it's important to have all your ingredients and your tools right here with you. So we want to take off a little piece of that stem. All right, we'll remove the outer part of it, and then we're going to cut it in half. So right there, you see how compact that is. It's going to have a lot of flavor, a lot of texture is going to be in there. And what we'll do is we're going to cook down this bacon. We'll add the onions and we'll cook all of that in that bacon grease and that bacon fat. Gonna get a nice char on there. Then we'll add the minced garlic. And we'll make a balsamic type glaze to toss these in. Okay, so right now I'm gonna move over to the oven where I start to brown or fry my bacon. In my pan I have about 4 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and then you just gotta get that in there and get that bacon to cooking. Like I said, the bacon is gonna leave a fantastic flavor in the bottom of the pan, and that's what we're gonna cook our Brussels sprouts in, our mini cabbages. We're gonna let this bacon cook on medium-high heat for about 10 minutes or so until it's golden brown. But I'll show you the exact color that I'm looking for and the texture on that bacon. It's gonna have that crunch, have different textures from that Brussels sprout. And I think it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be lovely. Try to get all the pieces to settle down in the pan by themselves. Let's try not to overlap them so that they can fry and get the right cooking done on it. So like I said, now these are gonna cook for about 10 minutes. And then I'll be back. All right, guys, we back. As you can see, the bacon is now cooking down, has the right brownness that I want. The onions are in there. And at this time, I'll add a little bit of garlic just to add some little more flavor. Don't want that to burn. We want to give it a nice little garlic flavor to it. So once we got that down and it's getting our onions are cooked and translucent, I'll start to take this stuff out. We'll take this out and add it back into the Brussels sprouts a little bit later. So we're gonna take all this bacon and garlic and onion out. And in that bacon grease, we're gonna put our Brussels sprouts face down. We're gonna put the cut side down first. We'll get a nice char on there. All right. So now I have my Brussels sprouts. I've cut the Brussels sprouts, I've cut the stem, and then you take off the outer portion of the leaves. We're putting those face down in there. Make sure they all come in contact with the bottom of the pan so we can get that char on there and nice brown texture. And then it might take a little while to get them in there, but look, you want to take the time to do that because you want to get the right golden brown texture on your Brussels sprouts. That's that water from the Brussels sprouts popping off there, causing that grease to kick up like that. So make sure you dry your Brussels sprouts good. Okay, so we're cooking right now. We're cooking. The Brussels sprouts are cooking too. You can smell this earthy, nutty aroma that's coming off of the Brussels sprouts. Oh man, these are gonna be good. I don't have a lot because I don't think everybody in the household will eat them. And like you said, this is the remnants of the stuff that's left in there. You want to make sure you get all of that out. You're not looking for that in your food. You're not looking for the burnt garlic and onions and bacon in your food. I got my stove on a medium-high heat, and man, the house is smelling very good with that aroma, with that earthy, nutty aroma that's coming from these Brussels sprouts. Let's see if we're getting the brown. It's getting there. It's getting a little brown. You can see that. That's kind of what we're looking for, but it has a little bit more to go. And at the end, once I add the bacon and the onions and the garlic back to the pot, I'll hit it with a little salt and a little pepper. We'll be good to go. Well, I'm gonna change my mind on that. I'm gonna add the balsamic vinegar to the pot. I'm gonna take those out once they cook. Add the balsamic vinegar, a couple of pats of butter. Let that cook down to a nice little paste, and then we're gonna toss those Brussels sprouts in there. Again, adding another layer of flavor to your dish. Be right back. We're back. I just added the bacon and onions and garlic back to the Brussels sprouts, and we're gonna let this cook. It's almost on like a really low heat right now. Now we got all those juicy flavors, the bacon, the garlic, the onions. I'm gonna add a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette to it. Some of this canned steakhouse. Let that kind of cook on that end. It'll start cooking down, get a little pasty like, getting all that flavor out of there from the balsamic vinaigrette. Add a couple of pats of butter. Let that melt. Like I said, I got that on a low heat. At this point, you know, you can really turn the fire off, but I just need to get that butter melted, cook off that, reduce that vinaigrette, and man, it's gonna be awesome, awesome, awesome. Like I said, we're on a low heat. Once I get this cooked down, I'll go ahead and turn it off, and then we can toss these and be ready to eat. Yeah, baby, you cooking with flavor. Okay, guys, we're back. Okay, I've plated a little bit of the Brussels sprout veggie, so you can see you got a nice little char on it. We got your pieces of bacon, onions. That garlic is cooked to perfection. It's only one thing left to do. Let's go ahead and taste it. You know, like I said, this is not my dish, but I think I can grow to like Brussels sprouts. Then you got that earthy flavor coming from the Brussels sprout, that salty from the bacon, onions, the garlic. Perfect mixture, perfect mixture.
We're talking about purpose today and how to find it, how you get started in it.
Whatever you do, if it doesn't make you happy, then don't do it. But if it really does not make you smile and give you joy in your heart, then find something else.
The faith that I have, if it doesn't work out, I know because God gave it to me, some kind of ram gonna come from somewhere and help me figure it out, and it's all gonna come full circle.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spotting on this last one. There it is.
Keep going with it. Leo! They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
I have went through the trenches to understanding of dancing with darkness, to realizing that I had to be broken to be a light. Outside of the titles, outside of the responsibilities, what I owe God is everything. And so I speak from a solid foundation of knowing that I'm not my past circumstances, I'm not my past situations, I'm not my trauma, but I am who He's called me to be.
Okay, guys, as you can see, I've already sliced up my onion. And so what you want to do with that is you can layer this in the bottom of your baking pan. And this is going to be the bed for your chicken to rest on, okay? So you get those down to the bottom. And then we put our bell peppers down there also, so let me cut that up. So on the bell pepper, you want to slice that around in a circle. That way, you never have the seeds in your bell pepper. You cut off those ends if you want to use those, but for the most part, you can see it's done. All the seeds are contained inside the hull. And then all you have is bell pepper. And don't forget to rinse this off, okay? Make sure you rinse it off. So we just make little rough slices. This is gonna be in the bottom of the pan, but you wanna make sure too that they're pretty much consistent in size so that one don't cook faster than the other, okay? So, yeah, you just do some little quick slices, quick rough slices, real elementary. And that's what that is. You know, you don't want to get that white. You don't want that white in there right there because it's bitter. That gives your veggies a bitter taste. So make sure you cut most of that out. You don't want to put that stuff in there. If you got that in, just run your knife along the bottom of it and remove it. This is what you're looking for from your bell peppers, okay? So, you know, you have your little bed for your chicken to rest on, and it's also gonna lift it up off the bottom of the pan, so all of those drippings and all of that stuff is gonna be in the bottom of the pan and give your chicken a real good flavor. Okay guys, some of the seasonings that we're gonna use for our chicken, we're gonna have some, this is your Cajun seasoning. I use Slap Your Mama. This is some Mrs. Dash. All of these are a teaspoon of each ingredient. So there's a teaspoon of Slap Your Mama Creole seasoning. This is a teaspoon of Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning. A teaspoon of kosher salt. A teaspoon of onion powder. A teaspoon of black pepper. 2 teaspoons of complete seasoning. That's by Badia. A teaspoon of garlic salt. And a teaspoon of paprika. Now this is really a seasoning that you can use for anything that you cook, any meat that you cook. That's like the base, this is the base seasoning for those, okay? So there are your seasonings. That's what that looks like, okay? Okay guys, so right now you can see I have my chicken in the sink. What I have it right now doing is just sitting in some apple cider vinegar, some salt, some lemon, and water. And then what we'll do is clean our chicken. You know, once it's gonna get up under the skin, make sure you remove all of that slime from underneath the skin, okay? And that's what the salt and the lemon will do. Also, you wanna make sure you get at the end of that knuckle right there and scrape that stuff off. Scrape that off. Look for any feathers or anything like that on your chicken. You don't want any of that. Okay? So this is how you're gonna clean your chicken and be ready for feed. Real good, real clean. And you'll follow those steps for each one, okay? All right, guys, so we're gonna lightly coat our chicken with some olive oil. And then we're gonna add all of our ingredients in, okay? Again, this is all the salt, garlic powder, onion powder, Cajun seasoning, complete seasoning, black pepper, Mrs. Dash, paprika. All of that goes in there, and then we'll mix it up with our hands, making sure to incorporate the seasoning into all of the chicken. Okay, so just keep massaging those seasonings in, make sure all of the chicken get coated. And then it'll be ready for the pan. So make sure you get it all up under the skin also, okay? Everything gets some seasoning. Okay guys, we're getting ready to get the chicken in the pan, okay? This is what I wanna do. I wanna put the chicken on top of your onions and your bell peppers. Get those in there. It's okay. They're touching each other because they're gonna reduce down and be good eating. Okay guys, so what we have right here is some chicken broth. We're gonna pour the chicken broth into the pan. But look what I'm doing. You wanna pour it in the corners, okay? Pour it in the corners. You don't need that much because the chicken is gonna start to make its own juices, okay? And then what you wanna do is add about 3 tablespoons of butter. Just place those strategically around the chicken. That's gonna melt down in there and it's gonna be good to go. So we're gonna put this in the oven at 400. We're gonna cover it up for the first 35 minutes, and then we're gonna uncover it for the last 15. All right, so it's going into the oven at 400. We're gonna bake it covered for 30 to 35 minutes. And then we'll remove that aluminum foil and keep it uncovered for another 15 to 20 minutes until it's brown. Okay guys, the chicken is out of the oven. What I'm doing now is just basting it. It's done. It's soup, baby. It's ready to eat. But what I do have to tell you is the cooking time was longer than I expected. I cooked it for 45 minutes covered and 30 minutes uncovered. And adjust that timing in your recipe. So look guys, it's that simple. You're making some nice, fall off the bone, tender chicken that your family, your loved ones are gonna love. Your family and friends are gonna love it, trust me. And look, and if you like the video, man, go ahead and share it. Like it, subscribe to me, hit the bell so you get notifications every time I'm cooking something. And this is a channel for beginning cooks with no expensive equipment and things like that. So that's how we'll do it here. Come here, I'm gonna give you everything you need to be a winner in the kitchen at home. Ooh, I know those kitchens smelling lovely over there. Now, if you found value in these videos, hook a brother up. Man, look, like, share, and subscribe to Cooking with Flavor KL. And look, I don't want to be alone, so tune in next week. Same place, same time. Until then, just do what you do, but do it with flavor. Peace.
I'm Miss Kim, and today we are going to talk all about life cycles.